like Secret Services come by because I know they're following me around. But see, people are like, "What are you doing watching DC?" I just tricked you. You thought I was doing stuff with the most I got. I'm actually here on location, scouting out location. See, here's the National Mall for James, the Untold Story. It's not going to be called Betty, James, and Inez. It's going to be called James, the Untold Story. The Untold Story. The version, Josh's version. There's going to be like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna release it. There'll be like some different things in it. Because I'm gonna have Josh's version on Netflix, and then it's probably gonna be in the movie theaters. Just Betty or James, the Untold Story, right? But here's the mall, the National Mall. Right? I'm out here filming. I'm checking out locations. But when we start filming it, Libby Rodrigo's already on board. She's like, "Oh, that's gonna be a great scene when James gets a hold of Inez and takes her behind the mall where Betty and him used to go." And he goes, "Here, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna go to this spot. I've never taken anybody before." Right? And then Lee Rodrigo's gonna start playing and he's gonna show Betty, and she's gonna be sleeping because midnight's her afternoons. That's gonna be very scene. Right? He's got right behind the Abraham Lincoln Memorial, right? Because Abraham Lincoln's on the penny. Right? And James has got the crown now. Right? James stole the crown. Right? James stole the crown. And then like James is walking up, right? He's gonna walk through and like we're gonna cut. It's gonna be like a bunch of different cuts. It's like James, he's at the Washington Monument, right? Cut. He's gonna be up in there in a little bit. Cut. And there's gonna be this fire, right? And this crown sitting next to it, right? And James picks up the crown, right? And then he picks up, there's a jug of water there, and he picks it up, and he pours it on the fire. And he takes the crown, and he walks up to the Abraham Lincoln Memorial. He puts the crown on his head, right? And then Inez pulls up and looks at him all lovingly. And he says, "Come on, let's go back here behind the mall. What do you think? It's gonna be great." So what's up here? Here's a side note of the Untold Story of James. Right, there's a dead bird. I don't know what the dead bird's there, but it's gonna be part of the story. So James, right? The Olivia Rodrigo song is playing, right? I bet you. And there's a split screen, right? And then there's like Betty, and she's asleep because she's midnight's her afternoons, and she wasn't awake when James called, right? So he's like, "Whatever, Betty, you said you were going to pick me up and give me a ride. Inez, I know I can count on Inez to pick me up and give me a ride." So Inez is on the other screen, calls up Inez. Inez picks up the phone. He's like, "Meet me behind the mall, right?" But see, the thing is, like what you don't know, here's the side note. Betty's dad was the United States Park Police. That's how Betty and James first found the place, was because they were at the park, but James actually found it. Betty didn't even want to go back there, so James was like, "Hey, let's go back here behind him." And the reason they were there is because they're taking Betty's dad lunch. That's why James was like, "Why are you kicking me out of your house?" And he threw a pillow. He's like, right? But then James's dad, like they went to high school together, right? And James's dad was in Vietnam, and he's a motorcycle rider, right? And they're clashing, right? So the day that James shows up, he's taking Betty or Inez to the spot. James's dad, Betty's dad are there, and James's dad ain't nothing to mess with, right? I mean, she has the park police, but James's dad is a tough motherfucker, right? He's got a motorcycle gang. So then James's dad and the motorcycle gang, they're over here, and then Betty's dad sees that, and then he's calling his people because they didn't get along in high school, because Betty's dad wanted number 87, but James's dad had number 87 on a football team, and so then there was like this fight. So he calls his back up, and there's like this going on when Inez shows up, right? Inez pulls up, It says, James, get in. We're not even going to stay here at the Abraham Lincoln Memorial. We're not staying behind the mall. We got a car. Right? And she's like, let's go to the airport. Because the plane was going down, and now we're going to the airport, and we'll dream about getting on a plane. That's like the next thing that's going on with the untold story of James. Josh's version. I'm telling you right now, man, it's going down. Right now! Swifties. Some of the dialogue. So James goes over, he's like, goes to his dad, he's like, what are you doing here? He says, it's to run for the wall to Vietnam Memorial. I told you about it. So he's like, what's up there? Like, James, I'm skateboarding, going right. And then all of a sudden, on the other side, the park police show up. Right? They're going to throw down, man, because James's dad got number 87. Right? And that's where Abraham Lincoln, 4 years ago, comes in because it adds up to 87. Right? And it's the same kind of thing. Like, you know what? And so then there's this other guy, because James is a skateboarder. James doesn't play no football. There's another guy, he plays football, and he has number 87. And Betty's dad, that's why Betty's dad like threw James out. Because first of all, he didn't like his dad, because he had 87. But he wants Betty to go out with this other guy, because he's all about numbers and stuff. He's not about like real people. That's the second part of it. See, I'm right here on location. It's counting this location. Actually, what you don't know, Switchies, we're actually filming right now. Right? We're actually filming. This is actually part of James the Untold Story. Right? These are all the extras that we got. Like, I'm not. It's a surprise who James's dad is. But they're gonna be like, oh my God, you got him to play James's dad. You don't even want to know. It's not Donald Trump either. You think it'd be Donald Trump? Donald Trump wanted to play it. I told him no. I said, no, this role's not right for you. He said, I won't be James. I'm like, you can't be James. Is it Abraham Lincoln? I mean, I can't bring Abraham Lincoln back from the dead. We wanted to get Abraham Lincoln. We couldn't get Abraham Lincoln. I'm not telling you who it is. I'm not telling you who it is. I'm going to tell you who Betty's. I'm not telling you who Betty's dad is. It's not. Is it George W. Bush? Maybe. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna. You're gonna have to wait and see. I'm not giving away the whole movie, James the Untold Story. Right? But I'm telling you, we're filming right now. All right, action!